Welcome back to Unshuck Yourself, powered by the Corpus Christi Originals Podcast Network. I'm DeLeon. So here we are. I'm about to be 50 years old. Half a century. I never thought I'd make it this far. And to be honest with you, there's something strange about saying it out loud. I guess because in some ways I still feel like the same person I was decades ago. And in other ways, life has changed who I am a few times. Turning 50 makes you reflect differently. Not on just what you've accomplished, but on what life has actually taught you. The wins, the mistakes, the people you loved, the people you lost, the things you used to chase that don't really matter anymore, and the things you once overlooked that turned out to matter the most. And today I just want to talk about some of the lessons life teaches you, usually the hard way. The first, time is more valuable than money. It's one of the biggest things you'll learn as you get older. Time is worth more than money. When you're younger, you think you have endless time. You spend it carelessly. You postpone things. You assume there'll always be another opportunity, another conversation, another year, and then life starts moving faster. People get older, children grow up, parents pass away, friends disappear into their own lives, and suddenly you realize time was the real currency the entire time. Not money, not status, not possessions, time. Because at the end of the day, your life is really just made up of ordinary days, and how you spend those days becomes your life. Second lesson, peace is more important than winning. Another thing life has taught me is that peace is more valuable than being right all the time. When you're younger, you feel this need to prove yourself constantly, to argue, to defend every opinion, to win every disagreement. But you eventually realize a lot of things just aren't worth the emotional cost. Protecting your peace becomes important, not because you've given up, but because you finally understand that your energy is limited. And where you place that energy, it matters. You stop chasing noise. You stop needing approval from everyone. And honestly, there's freedom in that. Lesson 3, your health keeps score. Oh, and here's the big thing that life teaches you. Your body keeps score. When you're young, your body forgives almost everything. Lack of sleep, stress, bad eating habits, ignoring your mental health. But eventually, the bill comes due. And by 50, you realize health is not automatic. It's maintenance. Physical health, mental health, emotional health, all of it matters. Because none of the goals, money, or accomplishments mean much if you're too exhausted, unhealthy, or burned out to enjoy your life. Lesson number 4, relationships are the real wealth. I think one of the clearest lessons that comes with age is that who and what actually matter, and realizing it's not the followers, not the image, not trying to impress strangers. The real wealth in life is relationships. Who genuinely loves you? Who shows up when things get hard? Who checks on you when there's nothing to gain from it? That's wealth. And the older you get, the more you understand that success without connection feels empty. At some point, you stop asking, what do I have? And start asking, who do I have? And that changes everything. Lesson 5. Most people waste years trying to become someone else. This might be one of the biggest lessons of all, especially nowadays. Most people spend years trying to become who they think they're supposed to be. Trying to fit expectations, trying to be understood by everyone, trying to perform instead of just being honest about who they are. And eventually you get tired. Because pretending is exhausting. At 50, one of the greatest gifts is realizing you don't need universal approval to live a meaningful life. You don't need everyone to understand you. And freedom really begins when you stop shaping your entire identity around other people's expectations. Lesson 6. Small habits quietly build your life. See, that's another thing life teaches you slowly, is that your life is built by small, repeated habits. I've talked about this before. Not giant movements, not dramatic breakthroughs. The small things, those are the ones that matter. How you speak to people, how you manage stress, how you spend your mornings, how you consume mentally, what you tolerate daily. Those patterns quietly become your life over time. And most people underestimate just how powerful consistency really is. A meaningful life is usually built quietly, one ordinary day at a time. Lesson 7. Grief and love change you forever. By the time you reach 50, you've experienced loss. People you thought would always be there are suddenly gone. And grief changes you. But so does love. I think getting older teaches you that grief is really just love with nowhere to go. And if you've loved deeply enough to grieve deeply, it's actually a beautiful thing. Painful, yes. It's still beautiful. Because it means your life was touched by real connection, real meaning, real love. And honestly, I think that's what makes life, all of it, worth it in the first place. So here I am, 50 years old. And no, I don't have it completely figured out. I still make mistakes, clearly. I still have things I'm learning. But life has made some things clearer. A meaningful life isn't built from huge moments. It's built from small things done consistently. People loved deeply, time spent intentionally, and peace protected carefully. Learning what truly deserves your energy. If there's one thing turning 50 has taught me, it's this. Life moves fast, so be present for it. Because one day you realize these ordinary moments were the important ones all along. Half a century later, and maybe the greatest lesson in all of this, was life was never about having everything. It was learning about what truly matters. So thank you for spending some time with me today. I'm DeLeon, and this has been Unshuck Yourself. Until next time.